So there was this dedicated farmer, and one day a new, excited, innovative college graduate approached him because he was so turned on to the possibility of these new techniques for irrigation farming. And he goes on and on and on to the farmer about how it will benefit, what's going to be great, how everybody will feel different and better, et cetera, et cetera. And by the time he finished talking and selling and talking and selling, the farmer looked at him and said, "Son, I really appreciate your efforts, but I'm still learning how to do what I already know and do it better. I'm still learning how to do what I already know how to do and to do it better." That is where we are in the teachings of unity, our 5 principles, that they are our core. They are our go-to. They are our B12. They are our vitamins. They are the things that test us, try us, push our buttons, because they are always true. They are evolutionary. They matter. They either magnetize with our knowing our issue, or they magnetize the change that is wanting to evolve through and in and around us. Are you with me? Yeah. Will this work for you today? I wanted to talk about unity, real unity, and in my own opinion of what unity is. And I like this author a lot. She wrote the book, How to Speak Unity. She's my best friend. You may have heard of her. Her name is Temple. And I'm honored that they actually use this book in unities throughout the globe to teach people what unity is and what it means. More so the words that we use in unity, that it used to, we could say to ourselves that people didn't understand the unity words, but that was about 30 years ago. That everybody does understand the ideas of what we say. But this really calls my heart today. It's called embody. What is embodiment and how do we use it? When individuals embody a concept or a truth, it becomes part of them. Everybody breathe? However, just because someone knows something intellectually, that does not mean the idea is integrated within their essence and consciousness. We start today where we are. And as we integrate new ideas into our awareness and change our consciousness, we become the very thing that we desire. When we are telling students of life the truth, they may or may not be embodying the teachings. Similar to the famous analogy, give a man a fish and he'll eat for the day. Teach him to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. We know when students begin to embody a teaching because we're no longer telling them, they're telling us by the way they live, by the way they move, by the way they exist in their being. When students reveal a new awareness, they are embodying the concepts. As many of you know, I have been on vacation with my little goddaughter, and one of her first responses to just about everything that we're sharing with her is, "I know that. I already know that. I know that. My mother does the same thing. I know that." We are quick, and I mean that with the greatest amount of love. We're quick to talk about what we know, but what are we growing and what are we showing within us? Because it moves from the intellectual knowing to a deeper understanding of fully expressing, yes. Unity, the movement of unity, is a shrinking organization. And we wonder, why is that so? We wonder, why is that possible? I'm not talking about Unity of Santa Barbara. I don't know you that well yet, but I'm talking about at large, the unity movement is a shrinking organization. Churches are closing. There are ministers that are speaking at 3 and 4 communities at one time. There are communities that can no longer exist because people are not coming and people are not giving. We are not like the Catholic Church. We do not have a fund from headquarters that funnels down. We are a self-contained, motivated organization within our being, yes? And it's a shrinking organization because back in the day, when there was a depression, or there were people that were having ailments, or there were people with the bubonic plague, when evangelists and different people took a different approach and said, this does not have to be true for us. We don't have to be poor. We don't have to be sick and ill and just barely getting by life. We had leaders in unity. We had communities in unity that would say, we can show you a better way. We can show you, we can exceed the existing condition of today's times. Don't you find that exciting? I find that very exciting. But that's where we are in the crossroads of the future is now, collectively, as the teachings of unity is, do people know when they meet us that we are part of something phenomenal? And are they interested? Or are we just the average of, I know what you mean. I barely get through the day myself. I know, that's hard. It's just real hard. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, is this who we are? Yeah, I talk strong. I teach strong. Because I can, why? Because I hold this to myself. Because I believe that unity is the answer for everything that you read on the titles of the paper or the online or the notifications on the cell phone. Unity is the answer. There would be no war. There would be no hate. There would be no killing. There would be no abuse of children. There would be no excuses for not being abundant. There would be no people putting us in a box. There would be not people that were just totally invalid by the inability to use their own mind. There would be people that would stand for something instead of falling for the first in everything that comes along. Yes, I am a strong teacher. I am. But what's the point otherwise? If we're not stretching, our mother thought enough of us to stretch so we could be born. God is wanting us to stretch. It's part of our birthing process. It's how that we show that people are actually interested in who we are. We are not unique anymore. Used to, finding a New Thought church was as hard as finding a gay bar. I gather that's not most of your experiences. It was very difficult to find a place that you could go and be accepted for who you are. We are not unique in that way anymore. There's all kind of activities throughout the world and online and 24/7 you can join something. So what do we do that calls us to be something that's so different? How? We live it. People are excited. They go, what? I don't know what you're up to. Woody, I don't know how you do what you do, but I want more of that. What do you do? What are you involved in? Nathalie, we call each other to that. We are told in unity that there's only one presence and one power in the universe, and that is the power of God, omnipotent, omniscient. Yes? There's only one power in the universe. How many? One. One power. It's not the recession, it's not the economy, it's not politics, thank heavens, it's not any of those things. There's only one power in the universe, and that is the power of God. We're also told, do not make more than one master in your life. Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Problems, challenges, breaking news, breaking us? What's in the bank? What isn't in the bank? Do you know how easy it is to change a decimal over? I try to tell Sherry to do that all the time. She won't. But there's one presence and one power in our lives. And we were told that we are here, if we understand these 5 principles, that we are here to be creative. We are here to be healthy. We are here to be abundant. We're here to be masterful in manifesting what we desire in our heart, which often people confuse, because the desire in your heart, that's what desire means. It comes from God. So the very creator that gave it to you has the answers on how you're going to fulfill it. But what do? We go, I don't know how I can do that all by myself. Right? I don't have the money for that. I don't have, and the universe is going, I got the plan. Just shut up. I got the plan. I got the plan. I know how. I know how to help you. I'm the one that put the desire in your heart in the first place. That's what we talk about as a board here at Unity in Santa Barbara. We've been given this desire to make some noise here in Santa Barbara. And yet we must exceed beyond. Did we have many people come today? Do you see anybody you know today? We must exceed beyond, 15 years ago, this is what we did. We must exceed beyond that, and we must exceed to a place that says, let's give them something to talk about. Right? The future is now. The power is now. There's one presence and there's one power in the universe. God, the good. And it's evolutionary. We catch ourselves when we are taking ourselves off that route. We catch ourselves when we're giving more energy to our problem than we are to the presence of God that is our healer, our revealer. We catch ourselves. And we hold ourselves beyond what we say we know, but we have people on our team that say, when I start getting little, when I start talking about just something that really doesn't matter in the great scheme of things, will you call me on my stuff? Those are the kind of people I have in my life. Will you call me on my stuff? Say that out loud with me. Will you call me on my stuff? If any of you see something with me, will you call me on my stuff? Because somehow we're off of that principle. And that's the greatest thing for us to know. And when we know this, we also know that that is where we get our energy. That is where we get our infinity. That is where we get our dreams. Because the second principle of unity is because you know who your power is, who God is, who your creator is. It doesn't matter what you call it. I would urge you for a while not to call it mama and papa, because otherwise you're just going to project mama and papa values onto it, because God is a principle, not a person. But whatever you call it, it doesn't matter. In unity, we don't care what you call it. What we care is what you believe about it, and that it is always evolving by way of you and your life and my life and nature itself and the world and the planet. Yes? And so then we know that if God is God, then we are all the same as the same of that. If who we believe we say this creator is, we must believe that we are the same. And that means that we hold ourselves to that level of standard. That's why in Scripture, when somebody pointed out to Jesus, there's your mom and there's your dad, there's your brother, and he goes, what does that have to do with me? Why? Because he knew that our family, our chosen family, our community family, our biological family, or whatever we call our intimate circle is wonderful. But our task is to remember that our number one family is where we come from. And that is the energy of God of all possibilities. Does that relate with you? Yes. And it's not either or. It's both and. Yes, we have a cold. Yes, we have moments. Yes, we change jobs. Yes, we do different things. Yes, we have things that happen that we did not expect. But it's not that we are in control of the whole universe. It's how we respond to that. It's how we allow that energy to bring more out of us. Every challenge we've ever had is to make us more, not less. We're taught backwards. It's not to make us less, it's to make us more. It's to make us vibrant. It's so we can use the power of compassion called compass it on. Compass it on. Whatever you've been through, there's a person in the room that's going through it right now that you could show the way. You could be the way shower to lift up, to be in that energy field. Yes? Dying is not a failure. We all do that. It's dying while we're living that's failure. It's dying while we're living that's failure. So in that space, what we know is that as a little girl, I loved to do puzzles. Everybody knows what a puzzle is, right? Yes. It amazes me. Anyway, I won't go there. I'm working on myself on that. So I loved to sit down with my grandmother and we would do puzzles. It was our intimate time together. And what I would note is that we would get towards the end of the puzzle and we couldn't find a piece. And we'd look at it and go, well, what color? Well, it's got red in it and it's got yellow. Well, there's not a piece like that. And we would look at the image on the box and go, well, there has to be, because the box says it is. It has to be. And so we would get something close, we would force fit it, we'd try to make it work, but we would still defend the manufacturer of the puzzle. It has to be there because the box says it is. And I think to myself, we will defend a manufacturer of a box, but will we stand for the one presence and the one power that says that we can do this? And stop trying to force fit things that don't belong to us. And to open up to a different level of freedom and consciousness. Woo! I get so excited. I get so excited. Because the future is not one day, it's this day. It's now, it begins here. And we use these principles. And the third principle is we co-create with the universe. We're co-creating. We don't get to get mad at God or carry some old paradigm of a man in the sky and the clouds go, how can you do that to me? One day God's going to say, because you're so special. No, we're co-creating along the way. We are co-creating. We're putting in a space of life itself, of energy. We know that we could live to be hundreds of years old. Everybody breathe? We are designed to. We're designed to. So why do we not? Don't have to answer. Why do we not? What do we believe? What are we bought into? What do we name? What do we claim in our lives with the presence of the I am? Yes? And so there's this co-creation, and the way we do it is the way we use our minds. The way that we live and move and use our minds, and we have our heart open, because here we meditate and we pray. Not begging prayer, not pleading, not making bargains. Did you ever do that when you were a teenager? Oh, dear God, if you just let this happen, I'll do this and that. And then you'd kind of forget about it after you got what you wanted, you know? But our unity is affirmative. It's knowing. How many of you every day are enveloping the globe of the world in your heart and holding the globe in your prayers? It's very, very important that we visualize holding the world in the palm of our hands and blessing Mother Earth, blessing the planet, blessing the energy. Sometimes the best prayers are without words. We spend so much time convincing each other that we're really evolving, though you don't really see it anywhere in the news. But what if we just spend that time in a consciousness of shifting and focusing on our own vibrancy, communities that people talk about, the movement of unity, and making some mighty noise about what is possible. And so we meditate in the silence, for rejuvenation, for energy, for connection. And then we are in a space of pure being for what may come. Yet often, it is the fifth step of unity through our words and action that you can see that we know there's only one presence, that we are that presence by the nature of our lives, and we think and hold in our hearts what is possible. We become almost demanding of what can be created in our world. I think the universe loves it when we get all wound up. Right, Ann? I look forward to it. Right, Bob? Right, Stephanie? Right, Jim? No, you don't feel picked on. I got out of that one. Right, Peggy? Right. It's an expectation. People say, oh gosh, I hope, I pray that, I didn't upset God because I'm so mad and angry. And I went, good for you. There's passion in there. Good for you. There's passion. There's dreams. Expect, declare, know. Hold ourselves accountable. So, my favorite story, which means you'll hear it often, deal with it, is that there's a little boy who loves first grade, and the teacher says, what do all of you want to be when you grow up? And Mary says, oh, I want to run a hospital. And Sally says, I want to be president of the United States. And Tommy says, I want to be a doctor. And all of them went around, and finally she comes to Billy. Billy, what do you want to be? He says, Miss Smith, I just want to be possible. I just want to be possible. And she said, I've never heard that before. And Billy says, well, my mama, she always says, Billy, you impossible. And I just want to be possible. Right? I just want to be possible. I want to be possible. I want unity to be possible. I want everything that you want integrated beyond your knowing that moves to know how possible you are, how capable you are, how together what we can co-create together, but I need your help. We need your help. We need to be excited at this time of this evolution on the planet. This is why we incarnated, is for right now. Yes. Are you with me? Yeah. Oh. Wow. Hey. Oh. Hey. Thank you for coming today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Really appreciate it. We are going to next Sunday, we are going to have it. It's Friendship Sunday. It's the first Sunday of the month, and we're going to have a mid-year burning bowl service. We feel we could really benefit from that. From the pandemic to stories to all this stuff. So we are going to have a burning bowl ceremony. I would love for you to invite your friends, and they don't have to come here, but they can participate in the burning bowl, because we are going to release stories about here, stories about our lives, whatever we can burn in that pit. I think we need some extra pits, Russ. Okay, let's get extra pits, but releasing not only just for us, but for the world at large, of just letting go. Yes? And beginning a new time. Is this the offering time? It just shows, when you did things as a habit for so long, see, it's time to refer to something new. All right, as our ushers are coming forward. It gets real quiet. Woody, could you play some music? This is the most exciting time in the service because we give thanks for these teachings that can bless the world at large. And let us affirm our statement together about Unity of Santa Barbara. Unity of Santa Barbara is a spiritual community center which touches hearts, awakens souls, and builds dreams. Wow. As you're holding your offering in your hand, if you give online or you give with the square, if you give in other ways, just still participate in the law of giving and hold that in your heart. You can go to unitysb.org. You can click on give that way. You can give in other ways. We are always willing to accept your gifts. Let us say our offering statement, please. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I share, and I send it forth with my blessing and my love. And so it is.
God is my source, God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Stand there with me. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain has gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue skies. can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Let me hear you sing. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Give it up for the band.
Thank you so much. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, our first announcement, our closing announcements. There is a film screening. Oh, yes, of course. This is better. Our first announcement is that tonight there is a film screening of Santa Barbara-based filmmaker. It's a film he created. His name is Bent Migan. It's called Candles in the Wind. We're going to actually show the trailer for it. It's tonight at 7:30. A $15 love offering with a suggested starting donation. All the proceeds go to the church. So if we'll please pull that trailer up, we'd appreciate it. Bent, if you would please stand just for a moment. This is the filmmaker, Bent Migan. If you have, yes, please, give a round of applause. If you have any questions, he will be here after the service, and it should be an excellent event, so you're very welcome to attend and bring your friends. What time is it? 7:30. It's at 7:30. And on July 3rd, as you know, we're having a burning bowl ceremony during the Sunday service, and that's next Sunday. So please be welcome to be here. It's going to be amazing. We're going to really, after that, have a Vision Sunday, a few weeks after that. Now, I'll announce more about that in a few moments, but we're going to create anew here and really create some amazing just an experience here. It's a new time for Unity at Santa Barbara. It really is. It's not just hyperbole or words. It really is a new time here and a rejuvenation of the center. On July 3rd, there's also an usher luncheon and training at noon. If you're an usher, that is for you. Of course, you know more details about that than I'm going to share right now. You already have the information, so please be there at noon, July 3rd, for the usher luncheon training. We have a new setup of chairs and tables outside. Please enjoy yourselves and mix and mingle and commune and hang out. We're going to be here. Usually it lasts about an hour where people are here and enjoying one another's presence, so please join us for that. Our bookstore is now open. Bookstore is over there where the offices are. The offices are open actually from 11 to 3, Tuesdays through Thursdays. So that's a new announcement that we just shared that a few weeks ago, is that the office hours are now relaunched, and we have this bookstore that we're relaunching, and it's really amazing news there. So at the Fountain Courtyard on this side, We have our prayer chaplain. If you are in need of support, of prayer, of a chaplain, the prayer box is there, and the chaplain will be there. Dr. Jim Quacco will be there, over there outside those doors. If you'd like to honor a person, pet, place, or life event with a flower dedication, please contact Peggy. She'll be at the welcome table right outside these doors, that blue table right across. And this is Peggy Haskell right there, our dear Peggy Haskell, without which we don't know what we would do without her. She's just an incredible, incredible member of the team here. Always present, always there to support Unity. And we are so thankful for Peggy. Thank you, Peggy, very much. We're looking for volunteers. We need help breaking down tables, bringing snacks, office volunteers. If you are interested, again, Peggy is the resource, peggy@unitysb.org. Again, I think we have a slide for our office hours, too. Again, 11 to 3, Tuesdays through Thursdays. Now, a few events, just to close out here. July 1st, there is our summer, this Friday, July 1st, our summer concert with Noreen and the Unity Singers. Banner is right here, 7 p.m., right here in this room. Summertime concert. So please join. You'll be receiving a lot more information as well over our newsletter. On July 2nd, Reverend Temple is conducting a mastermind to facilitate the process of attracting and manifesting more freedom, more abundance, more joy, and making your dreams come alive. So please be here from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday, July 2nd.
It'll change your life.
It'll change your life. Absolutely. It'll be, we'll all be there as a team. Our team will be there. Reverend Temple will be there. We really would love for you to join us for this life-changing occasion. And again, July 31st, Vision Sunday. Please join us to dream up the unity of Santa Barbara that we envision as a community. Lastly, I want to share some news. Our very own Judy Pocchini has transitioned. And this rose is for her, so if we could take a moment of silence, that would be great.
And so, beloved Judy, we bless your life. We know indeed that the world is a better place because you walked with us, spoke with us, shared with us, expressed with us on the life journey. And we bless you in the continuation of life. And we commit to keeping you alive by saying your name. Shall we all say Judy right now? Judy. Thank you, Judy. For your life. For your love. For your wisdom. Let us all stand and sing the peace song. There peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that peace begins right here and right now. Let us affirm together our unity prayer. Let's. It's all done. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Have an amazing week, everyone. Thank you for coming. What's your name?